who is definitely a rare bird, is almost a third generation San Diegan. If her grandmother had just been born here, her great grandmother, I guess.
Grandmother,
that's right. Okay, anyway, so let's get to the fact that she is speaking from the Competent Communicator Manual, project number 2, get to the point, and she's going to tell us about an ounce of prevention. An ounce of prevention paying targets.
Yeah, thank you. An ounce of prevention. Michael, I noticed that your shoe was untied. So I'm glad that you noticed that, because we'd hate to have an incident here. But in 1736, Benjamin Franklin famously said, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure. And that still holds true today, that by all of us taking the steps that we need, by being intentional and taking the steps that we need to prevent injury, will all create a safer society. In 2021, the CDC reported that 221,000 people in the United States died due to unintentional injuries, second only to cancer, heart disease, and COVID-19. You may have noticed that I said unintentional injury and not accidents. Accidents kind of denote this idea that it is unavoidable, that it's just some twist of fate that causes this to happen to us. But in truth, that again, if we just take that ounce of prevention, these could be prevented. Today, I'd like to talk about 3 examples of public health initiatives that had a tremendous impact on reducing injuries in the United States. Motor vehicle crashes are a leading cause of injuries and fatalities worldwide. It's a haunting reality, claiming lives and causing unimaginable grief and suffering. In response, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration launched the Click It or Ticket campaign. You probably all remember driving on the road and the signs are up. This campaign had the goal of increasing seatbelt usage, particularly among young people. The campaign utilized targeted advertising aimed at teens and young adults to raise awareness about the importance of buckling up and warning of increased ticketing to enforce seatbelt laws. Through a powerful blend of public education, law enforcement, and engaging media campaigns, the initiative was successful in significantly increasing seatbelt usage rates and reducing the number of fatalities and serious injuries in motor vehicle crashes. A survey conducted by Public Opinion Strategies found that 83% of American citizens had seen, read, or heard about the Click It or Ticket campaign. So let's dive into the world of sports and recreation. It's a world brimming with talent, thrill, and risk. Traumatic brain injuries, or TBIs, pose a significant public health concern, casting a shadow over many sports and recreational activities. The CDC's Heads Up campaign initiative trains athletes, coaches, parents, and healthcare providers to better recognize, respond to, and minimize the risk of concussion or other serious brain injury. The Heads Up campaign promotes safe play practices and encourages the use of proper protective equipment such as helmets. By providing educational materials, training programs, and guidelines for recognizing and managing concussions, the campaign plays a crucial role in improving the recognition and management of TBIs, ultimately reducing their incidence and severity. Last, I'd like to talk about sudden infant death syndrome, or SIDS. It's a devastating and unexplained cause of infant mortality. The Safe to Sleep campaign, led by the National Institute of Child Health and Human Development and the American Academy of Pediatrics, educates parents and caregivers about safe sleep practices for infants and children. Placing infants on their backs to sleep using a firm sleep service and avoiding the presence of soft bedding, toys, or objects in the sleep environment are proven to reduce the risk of SIDS. Through intensive public education efforts, healthcare provider training, and community outreach, the campaign successfully raised awareness and significantly reduced the rate of SIDS-related deaths, making a tremendous impact on infant death and well-being. Injury prevention campaigns like the Click It or Ticket, Heads Up, and Safe to Sleep reveal the power of a comprehensive approach involving education, engineering, enforcement, policy changes, and collaboration across sectors. They have all been proven instrumental in addressing the underlying causes of injuries and implementing effective interventions. But our work is far from done. Numerous injury risks continue to demand our attention and concerted efforts, from preventing falls among older adults to reducing the impact of violence and promoting safer communities. Injury prevention remains a critical public health priority. Finally, injury prevention is a shared responsibility that requires all of us, our communities, our healthcare providers, our policymakers, and public health professionals. By learning from successful campaigns and leveraging evidence-based strategies, we continue to make significant progress in preventing injuries and creating safer environments for all of us.